Welcome to another episode here on Your Digital Makeover. My name is Jerry Colbert, and in today's episode, I'm going to be talking about Notion buttons. And it's all coming up next. So in today's episode, I just want to kind of go over briefly with y'all what Notion buttons are. So, Notion buttons is similar to templates that we've already had inside of Notion. But with Notion buttons, it kind of goes a little bit further. You can still add text to this. Let's say you want to have several to-do items that maybe you do every month or whatever, and you just want to hit one button and regenerate those, right, on a page. Or maybe, let's say you want to add things to a database that you do on a regular basis, right? There could be several different things, and inside of Notion buttons, you can accomplish these things. You can also edit existing databases as well with new features. So check this out. If I hit enter here and I have the command, and I just hit the / for the command, and I type in button, right, I get this. Now you can right here in new button, you can name your new button. You can also give it an icon if you want, right? Then you can add your steps. Your steps could be a block, and what a block is let's say you want to do maybe just a simple to-do list. Okay, maybe you're just making yourself a grocery list of items that you normally buy, right? And maybe you just want to do this on a simple page or what have you, like that, right? You can do that and then put this like grocery list, right? Hit done. And now you have this on your page. It doesn't take hardly any space. And you just hit that grocery list and voila, it just puts it right there. Now that's a simple thing to do that you might want to do. But let's say, for instance, you wanted to do something a little bit more advanced, right? So let's say, for instance, we wanted to add some tasks to an existing database, okay? And for this example, I'm just going to hit add page right here, and I ain't going to name this yet. Maybe I can. Maybe I'll just write new tasks for videos, right? And maybe I want to add that to my action items here, okay? And now here you can put the name of the action, the page that you're creating, because basically this is what you're doing. You're adding a page inside of your database, right? So maybe you want to title it, or maybe you don't. I typically don't title it because I'm just going to go in there and title it anyways later. So in this situation, I will just leave it untitled, okay? Now, let's say, for instance, I wanted to add something to that. Now, these are all of the properties that are associated with the action items database, okay? So maybe I want to add this to my channel, Your Digital Makeover, right? Maybe I want to add that as a criteria, okay? So whenever I hit this button and it creates this item, voila. Now, in this situation, I am going to put, I'll put like script, okay? Then you can add another step. And let's say, for instance, I wanted to do the same thing. I can add page and then select the page I'm adding, right? And maybe I want to say edit, or actually record video, right? Maybe I'll change this to script video so it's a little bit more evident. And then maybe I want to put that back to Your Digital Makeover, right? And then next, I want to say, maybe I want to add another page, and I want to say action items, and I want to say, well, now I want to edit video, okay? And then you go over here and you select My Channels, and then you select Your Digital Makeover, like that, right? You see what I've done here? Now, if I go ahead and hit done, now when I hit this, it'll go into my action zone, right? In my action items. But just so you can see how that actually works, I'm going to go ahead and do a linked database here, just so we don't have to hop all over the place. All right, so I have a simple action items here that I just threw in here real quick. And what I'm going to show you here is when you hit this new task videos, you'll see those things that I have inside of here, right? I have script video, record video, edit video. I have those in there. And all I have to do is hit new tasks for videos, and voila, they show up in my action items. Pretty cool, huh? So that is some of the things that you can actually do with this, okay? Now, there's several different things you can do with this. Now, like I say, it's a really cool function for tasks and everything. And one cool thing that I like to do that I've been playing around with earlier is this. If you look here at my action zone, I created, so I have this action zone here, right? I have my one-time off actions and I have my recurring actions, right? Well, let's say, for instance, I also have a waiting on section. Well, I created a button for my waiting on section. So let's say, for instance, I'm like, what am I waiting on? You know, I could go down this page and scroll and see my waiting on stuff down here, right? Or what I could do is hit here and it pops on over right here, and then I can drag this in for today if I wanted to, right? Let's say I want to create an appointment for my VA. So I can just drag it right on into my action items, right? But I'm not going to do that right now. But I could if I wanted to. Another thing I can do here is, let's say I have a button here that I created for my projects. Maybe I don't want to scroll down here and see what active projects that I have. I can just hit the projects and it does a little pop out here. So how did I accomplish this, right? Well, one way that I can accomplish this pretty neat thing, I think, is let's go back to our little page here for Notion buttons. And let's say, for instance, on the page that I'm working on, I want to create a button that just opens up a page. Well, if you hit button here, you go down here to open page, click that, and then you can select whatever page you want, right? And you can have it open up at center peak, side peak, or full page. Pretty interesting, huh? And you can name that button, and then that's exactly what will happen when you open it up. Another cool thing inside of buttons here is this. Let's clear this out real quick. And so if you look here at show confirmation, you can have a show confirmation. Are you sure you want to continue? Because you might accidentally hit that button and then create a whole bunch of tasks. Like, for instance, earlier I had edit video and this and that. What if you accidentally hit that button? You didn't realize you moved around doing different things. You accidentally hit the button and now you created all these tasks. Well, one cool thing about this is when you add these in here, and we'll just do this real quick here. All right, let's say we go action items, edit video, another action item. And we'll create record video. All right. And then we say, are you sure you want to continue? And then you put like video, whatever you want to call it, just for example purposes. So now when I click this, it's going to ask me a question first. Are you sure you want to continue? And then you hit continue, and then it'll go ahead and do the script that it was supposed to do, or the automation that it was supposed to do. In this situation, I'm just going to hit cancel because I don't want to do that. So these are some of the cool things that you can do inside of Notion now with Notion buttons. Later on, I'll go into more detail, but like I said, I just want to do a little brief overview, just kind of get you all excited about this new function inside of Notion. And so, like always, if you enjoyed this episode, please hit that like button right down below. And if you want to see more of these videos in the near future, make sure you subscribe to my channel. With that being said, I want to wish you all a wonderful week, and I'll catch you next episode. Take care.